Everything about this case is corrupt. There are some dirty supervisors within the Philadelphia Police Department that need to go to jail as well. I'm pissed. I'm fuming right now because I gave information to the DA's office, the district attorney, Philadelphia district attorney's office, about a corrupt cop. And what happens? Nothing. Nothing. I've given them information on several things that are going wrong within the Philadelphia Police Department. Information that was leaked to me through sources in internal affairs, through high-ranking officials within the Philadelphia Police Department, also through police officers who know the corruption that goes on within the Philadelphia Police Department. That's how Serpico gets his information. From the people who live it, breathe it, and go through it every day. I handed over documents to the district attorney's office for them to investigate. And what did they do? They turn around and hand that same document, those documents, over to the internal affairs, giving the very people who I tell you not to trust the information. And what happens? Just exactly what I thought. 9 months ago, I did a story about an officer named James Coolin, a narcotics field officer, who basically had a suspect locked up. And while the suspect was locked up in jail, sitting in jail, Officer James Coolin, from that scene, the day that the person got locked up, took that suspect's Porsche, 2018 black Porsche. You know what he did? The officer didn't take it and put it on a property seat. The officer took it, drove it to the job, then drove it home. Folks, you can't make this up. That's right. You heard me correct. The suspect went to jail, and while the suspect was sitting in jail, Officer James Coolin was driving around the town in the suspect's vehicle. He took him and his wife to the grocery store, to the movies, just riding around town, putting gas in the suspect's car, racking up mileage on the suspect's car like it was his own. Now, what makes this even worse? There was a sergeant, Pat Love, who took the photo of the police officer, James Coolin, in his unit, that he thought was hilarious that this officer would take a suspect's Porsche and ride around town like it was his own. That's right, folks. You just don't make this stuff up. So, why was the warrant thrown out? Was the warrant fabricated from the get-go just so this officer could ride around in town? And, this is the other part that really gets me. This very same Philadelphia police officer in the narcotics field unit, Officer James Coolin, even took his daughter to the prom in the suspect's car. You heard me right. He took his daughter to the prom in the suspect's car. Now, should this sergeant be charged? You bet your ass he should. Why? Because he knew, not only did he take a photo of it and post it on Facebook like it was funny, but he knew this officer was committing a crime. What does Commissioner Coulter do about it? I've tried numerous times to send email to her, to contact her. I've even tried to contact the mayor's press office. Once again, you have another Philadelphia police officer caught violating someone's civil rights. That's right. This man sat in jail, waiting for a bail hearing to get out of jail. Then he had to pay 21 grand to get his Porsche out of the pound. Now, you say, hey, Boyer, well, you just said that Coolin was driving around town in the guy's car. That's right. After Coolin got word that I was doing a story about him in the Porsche, Coolin and his sergeants got together and decided, hey, bring that vehicle in and let's put it on a property seat. Just one problem with that, folks. I showed the property seat. The incident happened on 4/15/2019. Now, when you look at the bottom of the property seat, which I'm going to post right along with this story, it says 4/30/2019. Folks, either the supervisor was stupid, which they're not, but even if you want to believe the supervisor was going to lie and say, oh, I just wrote the wrong date, each property receipt is time-stamped. That's right, folks. It's time-stamped. It's also entered into the computer. And when it's entered into the computer, it says who entered it, what time they entered it. Everything about this case is corrupt. There are some dirty supervisors within the Philadelphia Police Department that need to go to jail as well. They covered up an officer committing a crime. I tried to bring this out to Commissioner Coulter, and she blew me off. I tried to bring this out to the mayor. The mayor himself also blew me off. This is our justice system. This is the people who we entrust for justice. There is no justice other than Serpico News, because you, the public, will not find out the truth unless I put it out there. And I'm not the hero here. It's the good cops within the Philadelphia Police Department, the ones who wear the badge with integrity and honor. Those individuals that are in internal affairs, those cops, those supervisors, those high-ranking officials who say, you know what, we can't go on like this. This corruption must end. To you, to those individuals, I take my hat off to you, because you understand justice, integrity, and honor. And that's what you stand for, because that's what a real police officer is supposed to stand for. You don't lock somebody up while they're sitting in prison. You take their civil rights away so you could drive around in town in their 2018 Porsche. So you could take your daughter to the prom in that 2018 Porsche that didn't belong to you, but you were hating. But folks, it gets worse. I also told the district attorney's office that $10,000 was missing. Needs to be an investigation. I don't get it. You blow the whistle on corruption because you want people to make a difference. You want to make a difference. You want change. The people who run the system are supposed to want the same thing as you. Justice. But somehow that's not the way it is here in Philadelphia. Whistleblowers get attacked. That's not justice. That's why you got so many innocent people sitting in prison now. You got good people within the Philadelphia Police Department who want to make change, who want the dirty cops gone, who know who the dirty cops are. James Coolin is supposed to be getting arrested. We'll see, folks. We'll see. We'll see if justice prevails like it should. We'll see if there's an investigation, 10 grand that's missing. We'll see if there's really justice in Philadelphia, or is it just smoke and mirrors? It only applies to certain people or certain crimes. This is Serpico News. Stay tuned.